I've moved 28 or more times.
Oh,
I
yeah,
stopped counting after that. Lived in Indiana. Well, lived here once, twice. This is my 5th time living here, if I counted correctly. Lived in Canada in 2 places. Lived in Atlanta. Worked in FCC several places. My FCC is Oh yeah, there's culture shock.
Okay.
It's English, but it's not American English. Oh yeah, growing up there, sticking your foot in your mouth became commonplace. Because you think that you understand what people are saying, and all of a sudden they'll say something to you, and it's just like, okay, I knew it. So for example, my sister and I were over at some friends' places, and they said, do you want an ice block? And it was a hot day, but we were thinking an ice cube, and we were like, no. And also they pull out these ice cream bar things, and we were like, oh, you mean a popsicle? And yeah, I had to learn those kind of things. And then I think I had more culture shock coming back here, because when you're 10, you don't fully understand culture. When you're 16, you've been culturally, that's who you are. And coming back, I went from Sydney to Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. That was culture shock. At that point, so it was 96, guys did not have facial hair. They had 1 inch to maybe 2 inches long of hair. I had hair down to my shoulders and a long goatee, and 16 didn't fit in very quickly with that. So I think I had more culture shock coming back because I'd had longer to adapt to it. And then always have had a little bit of Australian in there since. The Australian government sent us a letter saying we had 28 days to leave the country. They had this assumption that you can start whatever type of religious organization you're going to and train everybody in 4 years, and then you can leave. We worked at trying to stay longer. It didn't happen. We got kicked out. I struggled a lot with depression when I came back and didn't fit into the American culture, and basically stopped studying at that point. When I did go to college, I thought I would be behind. And I really had questions about the American educational system because I didn't do anything in high school except work and hang out with people. And I got to college and I felt like I was ahead. And I have to wonder, what did you guys do in high school? You got that okay? So yeah, I was in the U.S. for some high school experience, but was working not necessarily in the typical classroom. For me, I was able to connect with a lot of different people from different cultures, but I will say that some of the people that, like my CA had, or RA there, had no clue what to do with me. A fish doesn't recognize when they're in water, they just are. When you're taken out of water, you understand it. And doing that switch from one culture to another, there are things that people just think are reality. When really it's just the shaping of culture. To changes that a lot of people that grew up in one place and then went to college and assumed how culture would be having not been anywhere else. So I felt like I was fairly well equipped for college.